My name's John, and I'm helping lead the Makers Faire, like coordinating with the other architecture and LAES students to help construct this thing, and also interfacing with the SLO Art Museum.
I'm Danielle, and I'm an architecture student, and I'm helping to design this project, oversee everything gets produced and made, and everything's on schedule. We've all worked together, John, Elizabeth, and I, to organize how everything is going to come together and what steps need to be taken.
The initial concept that we drove from, it was from the charrette, and it was called Web Castle, and the idea of it was that there's this interactive area for the people that would draw people into the Makers Faire, and we ended up evolving that towards our materials and what was allotted to us. All of it was donated, like very minimal stuff was bought, and we came up with a form of plastic pedals. So each of these is a pneumatic structure just inflated by air, and each one's a single balloon, and it creates this area, like she said earlier, a pavilion that people can walk through and relax in, and just kind of becomes kind of like a landmark throughout the fair. There's also areas that people can go in, relax, and just move throughout. And what the idea of zero waste, and to also like perpetuate the recyclable cycle, is that throughout the day people can take from these petals all these individual stars, and those are the ones that they can use as the bag, and that's the part. So throughout the whole day you'll see this thing start to shrink.
So they reduce from the top by taking the petals. They reuse as they make these into bags. They reuse them throughout the day, and then they recycle at we call them the roots, but it's really just bags that are collecting recyclables at the bottom. So you'll see this structure shrink from the top, and then people are reusing and recycling at the bottom, so it'll grow at the bottom and really reflect the zero waste cycle.
Yeah, one of our main driving concepts was the idea of a willow tree. So parts of it, like, they wrap around you, and like it starts to give this idea of enclosure in space, and you're just kind of like surrounded underneath it, but you still see light come from above. And then the trunk is like the main kind of like pavilion area where people can relax, and that's right now we have it as like an 8-foot diameter circle that people can sit in and relax in the middle. I'm excited just to see like what people can create, like just the whole make ideas, like just do it yourself and see, like, you know, what people can create and just become creative. Like, I like to think of myself as trying to be creative, and like anything that I see is creative, or like just kind of starts like, oh wow, I've never thought of something of doing it that way, just is awesome. And just seeing like kind of like showing off what we've made and what other people have made, and just like the excitement I believe should be in that atmosphere will be really awesome.
I'm excited to see how people interact with this thing and what their reactions are. And people aren't generally used to a structure that diminishes throughout the day. They're used to seeing something permanent. So really seeing this start to disintegrate, and hopefully people stay long enough to see it actually change throughout the time that they're there. And hopefully it all works, and you see people carrying these bags throughout, and you can recognize them as previous petals.
Yeah.
Track their process.